I think you should burn whatever that book had, Why Men Love Bitches, burn that on a bomb.
In this video that I'm stitching, this man tells this woman on this podcast, I think you should burn the book, Why Men Love Bitches, and focus solely on your divine feminine energy. I thought that this was so fascinating that I just had to come and stitch it. I am a dating and relationship coach, after all. If you don't know about the book, Why Men Love Bitches, I highly recommend it. I recommend it to all of my clients. Here's the thing. It is a bit outdated, but there's still great information in there. The core idea of this book is quite similar to the core idea of the foundation of my work. And that is that the foundation that we set at the beginning of relationships is extremely important. And when we set the foundation that we're mommies, that we're people pleasers, that we're going to go all out to just simply please the man, even if we don't know him, and we spend a lot of time auditioning for him, it puts us into a very specific category in his brain. And that is not necessarily the category of the woman that you love, adore, and cherish for the rest of your life. In fact, women are fed this notion that we're supposed to just show up and be wife and hope that we are chosen. This puts us at risk. If we're in this sort of relationship where we're just supposed to be that girl, then our opinions, what we want and desire, what we need becomes less important, and we are far more at risk in the relationship. Women who simply show up and they're just a man's piece are significantly more likely to be cheated on and left in the future because the men are simply bored. What I really want to focus in on here is the fact that he talks about focusing in on her divine feminine energy. And I think this is interesting because I don't think that this man knows what he's talking about, and I don't think he actually knows what divine feminine energy is, as there is an online narrative that paints divine feminine energy as the peaceful trad wife. And this could not be further from the truth, and it's a complete disrespect to masculine and feminine energy concepts as a whole. And the question is still posed, is this man in his divine masculine energy? Because likely, being a man on a podcast speaking that way, I would give it a no. He's not. Divine masculine energy is no way egoic. And yet a lot of these men are running these podcasts talking about their divine masculine energy with a ton of ego. They want to control. They want to dominate. They want a woman to submit to them and fall to their knees. This is patriarchy at its finest. This isn't divine masculine or divine feminine conversation. This is patriarchy. There's something called extinction bursts. And this is basically when a species or just something feels that it's at the edge of its extinction. And so they fight extra hard for survival before that piece of them or that thing dies. And that's what a lot of these men are actually experiencing right now, is they're fighting very hard for the old ideas and old narratives of what it meant to be a man. I'm a divine masculine man. If I make money and I provide, and that's what it is, and I pay for things. But that has nothing to do with divine masculine energy. Divine masculine energy is actually very selfless. It leads in the way of I stand by your side and I do protect you and I do provide for you, very specifically in the time of procreation and creation through the feminine, right? Like being that pillar on earth so that she can bring life through. But it's not I rule you, I control you, and I'm over you. In fact, it's very selfless. It's very loving. It's very heart-centered. It's very kind. In fact, I would venture to say that true divine masculine energy is actually more loving and deeper in its love and its heart for the feminine than feminine energy is. Whereas feminine energy is a little bit more scattered. It's a little bit more like community oriented. And this dynamic is actually the natural order of things, right? Like the man loves and protects the woman loves and protects the children, and this is how the family unit goes. And as the woman is deeply protected and cared for by the masculine, she loves him in return, she gives back to him in return, but he is not a child. He is not her child. She has children, whether it is physical children or creation in the world or community to serve. And the masculine serves his kingdom, which is that family that he's created with that queen by his side. Masculine and feminine energy, when we look back thousands and thousands and thousands of years of this concept, they have deep love and respect and reverence for each other, the yin and the yang, that which completes itself, not that which is above me. So yeah, I really recommend the book, Why Men Love Bitches, because you get to be a woman in her power. You get to be a woman who is loved for all that she is in her wild, delicious feminine energy, and not controlled by some man on the internet who calls it masculine energy when he's actually acting like a little baby boy. Here's the thing. This video is going to rub people the wrong way, and here is why. Because what men say that they want is very different from their actual actions. Who we are being as women in relationship and in the world is what makes men respond. So I can sit here and say, here's what men want all day based off of my data, my knowledge, my experience, my own results, and my clients' results. There's a lot of them, by the way. I've been doing this work a very long time. But men will sit there and say, I wouldn't want that. That wouldn't work on me. I wouldn't like that. But there's a reason why certain women are their dream girls and certain women are just doormats until the right woman comes along. Which one do you want to be?